Hi, how's it going? I'm John Feldmann. I'm a music producer. I'm the singer in a band called Goldfinger, and I'm here to listen to your submissions that you sent to me. So I'm here to listen to artists, producers, engineers. I'm just here. So I'm excited to hear what you guys have sent me. This is what I do. I've discovered a lot of artists. You know, I just got finished with The Used, who I discovered about 12 years ago. Just finished a record with them. So you never know what could happen with all of this stuff. I'm very excited to listen to stuff. Let's get right to it, okay? All right. I have got your submissions here. I'm going to put on my headphones so I can listen. Let's start with Tom Hulce. Tom Hulce. Okay, we're going to start with the video right now. The song is called WTG, It's Not Enough. Always coffee in hand. That's the most important thing. All right, the video's sick. Kind of sounds like some old first wave, dark wave. The mix isn't that great. You could use some bus compression on your master fader for sure. It could help. I like candles too. Candles sick. Candles are, I got a candle lit right here. Dude, we're like brothers. Tom and me. I'm not linking the band together. The drummer looks like he's in Slayer. Yeah, I'm not seeing a thread throughout the image of the band here. This sounds like an outro. I don't know if this is the chorus or what it is, but I would say for me this is a pass. The song is pretty. The songwriting is pretty average, and I'm not really. Yeah. I don't know. It's not enough. I agree. You're not enough, buddy. But I appreciate you sending. The video is pretty sick. It looks like I'm in one of those like haunted horror nights, kind of like, which I love more than anything in the world, is going through haunted houses on Halloween. So it's got a vibe, and I think whoever directed the video is really talented. I love all the animation. Looks amazing. It's just the song. This isn't great, and I'm not seeing a performance that I'm really. Yeah, I would say put your 10,000 hours in and check back with me then. All right. I guess just for the sake of it, we could check out their SoundCloud link as well. Is it the same song? Yeah, it's the same song.
What if they're like a huge phenomenon, like they've got millions of fans and you didn't even know? SoundCloud would kind of give you that insight, wouldn't it?
Well, let's see. Based on their based on their views, they've got 1,400 views on the video. So that's not it's not really changing the game of music. I would definitely suggest, promoting yourselves better, getting a bigger following, getting more views. I mean, it's just again, the song just isn't great, but I like the video. So there you go. So that's Tom Hulce with WGT. Okay, next up is Blake. This guy is Blake Wisner, singer, songwriter, producer, engineer from Las Vegas. So I'm assuming I'm going to listen to some of the work that he's done. He's developing his own brand within his team in 2020. He keeps learning as much producing, engineering info, and as many instruments as he can get his hands on. So let's check this out. Here's a link to his music. Song's called Dirty Skies. I love that tremolator thing he does with the reverb on the vocal. Sounds amazing. Vocalist is cool. I don't know if it's him singing or if it's a friend of his. It's got that ex-Ambassadors meets Billie Eilish kind of thing.
Back on my feet, I'm losing the feeling of feeling unique. Fuck that, I'm standing with my own beliefs.
That's cool. He's got talent for sure. That's good. I don't know if he's a kid. He could be like 60. I have no idea. No, this guy's a producer. So he's saying he's a workaholic, which I can relate to. So he's looking to submit as a singer, songwriter, producer, engineer from Las Vegas, making trips to LA. So that would be a bit of a jump if I needed him to edit some vocals at 6 o'clock. I don't know if he's going to make it, being that it's 3:45 right now. So that could be a challenge, not living in LA, but I'm sure he'd probably be willing to move to LA. Hit me back up, Blake, and let's figure out if you can come out and take a meeting with me. We'll drink some coffee together. Let me check out this other song you have as well. This next song is called Imperfect Love. Zach Gray.
Sometimes less of me.
Got my ADDs kicking in. Where's it going? Where are we going?
Maybe you're not
Where are we going with the song?
wrong. There's something inside of myself that doesn't belong.
Kind of got an Alec Benjamin vibe a little bit, who I love to death.
Trying to find where my heart is lowest.
Probably for my mood after I did a full session today with Travis Mills and my friend Nick Gross. I'm definitely not in probably the headspace to play this track through, but the production sounds really great, which is all I'm really judging on this. So I have right now I've got a guy here that's my assistant. I've got a first engineer and a second engineer, and a lot of times these guys they're multitasking throughout the day. One of my guys is, taking beats that I've already programmed and changing sounds, changing the kick sound, changing the snare sound for me. So I'm not kind of doubling up on sounds. So we're always kind of doing something fresh. I have another engineer that's editing, tuning, and timing vocals, that's sound replacing kick and snare for me. We're typically doing a song a day at my studio. Maybe, yesterday I wrote 2 songs, but basically I write a song a day, and to be able to get, I'm in here producing the song, which for me means I'm tracking all the instrumentation, I'm building up, I'm adding, pads, sub basses, I'm playing bass, I'm playing guitars, I'm basically producing the song from the ground up, where we a lot of times start on acoustic guitar, we'll write a melody, we'll write a chorus or a hook to the song, and then from that, we'll record to a click, a guitar, I'll do some vocals, and then we'll build up the song around it. And my team of people will sort of help edit what I've done in here in case things are off grid, or if I want them to be off grid, they're making sure everything is consistent. We have same drum patterns throughout the song. And so a guy like Zach, who's a producer engineer himself, would be useful for me by coming in here and helping add additional production to songs, editing, tuning, and a lot of times kind of getting the mix up so I can kind of do my final tweaks, like mix prep and all that stuff. So, I need a team. I always need a team of people here that can help because we're doing so much. I was with Rico Nasty yesterday. I'm with The Fever next week. With this band, The Regrets, in a couple days, who I haven't even met, and I'm very excited about that. I'm finishing stuff with a band called Dreamers. It's like there's so much happening. I've got to constantly be moving with all of our team rotating. And the most important thing is making sure my coffee cup is filled at all time. This is my 11th cup of coffee today. So I meditated. I jumped in my cold pool this morning. I said, I love my life. I said it again because I do love my life. I love what I do. My son's home sick, so I'm going to take him out to sushi later on today. Stoked about that. And I don't know. I have an amazing life, but I do believe in the 10,000 hour rule. And I'm just kind of, I guess I'm vamping right now, but it's like, I mean, I really feel like producing Show Off and then Messed and my own band Goldfinger. I put in the 10,000 hours producing all those records to get to the point where I was ready to produce The Used. And that was the band that really took off my career as a producer. I put in the hours. So whoever's listening, whether you're an engineer, a producer, or an artist, I mean, just keep going. Just put the work in. There's no shortcut to putting the work in. There just isn't. God, I love coffee. Thanks, Greg, for the coffee. All right, so that's Zach Gray. So next up, Fabian Rivernet. All right, and a lot of times when people submit songs to me, I like to see, I just like to have a visual that goes along with it. I always ask, if I like the music, I always ask them to send like a video clip as well, so I can kind of see what their live performance looks like, so I can see, you know, what the image is of the band and all that stuff. But this one just has a Dropbox link. You know, these are just links. I have no idea. There's no link to YouTube. There's no Spotify link, so I have no idea. So if I, you know, I guess I would ask him for a video clip next. And if I go on Spotify, if they have an account, talk show host, epic Radiohead song. And there's no, I mean, this band is either brand new or they just haven't done any promotion whatsoever. So I have no idea like how I can service this band without knowing, you know, what they look like, what their live show's like. So, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I love that. I love the jam. I love three pieces, but the song was okay. I mean, I listened to maybe like 30 seconds and I started losing interest. I don't know where the, you know, kind of the hook was. And, you know, but I just love that kind of music. Blood in the Sand. So that was Talk Show Host. All right, next up, let's go to McGee. Here's a video. So Mac Christensen, an artist from Pasadena. They have a great real food daily in Pasadena. What else? Donut Friend. Mark Trombino's vegan donut store is out there. I don't think it's all vegan, but they have vegan donuts. Okay, so he's a producer, a writer, and arranger. Oh, Periphery. He arranged the choir. Periphery's awesome. So let's check this out. So I'm wondering if the intro is what he arranged, because he's not the producer of Periphery and he's not in the band. So my guess is he... This sounds like strings. I don't hear a choir. All right. Fucking Game of Thrones. Love it. So let's listen to his own personal productions, because I'm not quite sure in that Periphery song. Let's see here. Beats. Okay. Sick. Here's the first beat that our friend Mac Christensen, rock metal. Let's check this out. I can't get my my computer to play your ideas here. Sorry, brother. You're out of luck, my friend. We're going back to Zach Pritchett. Okay, here's a mix that he did recently. Love some feedback. Let's listen to Zach's mix. All right, while that's downloading, we're going to go back here and check Sean McGee. He used to work with Kevin Churko. He produced and co-wrote this with Max Green. I know all these people, good humans. I like how open the mix feels. I like the bass tone. Bass sounds aggressive up front. I like that. Drums are punchy in your face. I think there's more of a lift in the chorus. Right now it feels kind of linear from verse to chorus. Guitars could be louder. Vocals could be louder. It sounds good, man.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it does sound great.
And people say you're my hero, John.
Aww, thank you very much.
Viddy, you got any comments over there happening?
Yeah, we got a few. I think it sounds great.
Okay, this is Drew Lassen. Check out this EP I produced with a couple friends. I'm from Petaluma. My sister lives in Petaluma.
Sounds like a song name.
My sister lives in Petaluma. Maybe if you like the Grateful Dead. My sister does too. Me, when I was growing up, it was like the Dead were like the antithesis of like anything that I really loved. And my son, we stumbled across, we were going through Sirius XM, and we just stumbled across the Grateful Dead station, and I'm like, no, turn it, and I couldn't get off it, and my son just grabbed onto it, and he hit favorites, and now every station in my car is a Grateful Dead station. So whenever I get in my car, it's like trucking, I'm like, fuck, God save me. It's the absolute worst. My son really knows how to fuck with me. He's the best. All right, Dear Apparition.
Shout out to Julian.
Yeah, shout out to Julian Feldmann, who's up in bed right now, not feeling so good. Cool, dreamy. It's like they put reverb on the master fader. Sounds cool. So it's got a kind of Rex Orange County vibe to the chorus. I like it. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's not really my cup of tea. I don't know what I can bring to this. You know, as a songwriter, I'm kind of more of like, you know, anthemic choruses and get me to the hook, where this is definitely more of a chill vibe, which definitely has a home in the world. I mean, a place for this kind of music for sure. It's just not really what I do. I don't know how I can help it. And the mix sounds totally appropriate for the style of music, and it sounds cool. The lyrics weren't like sticking out to me being like I have to, it didn't draw me in like I have to hear what he's singing about. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool. Let's see here. What's next? Producer, engineer, Anxious and Loud Recordings. My name is Harry Diem. Currently recording artists around the Sacramento area. So Here's a YouTube video that he produced, engineers, and mixed myself. Let's check this out, whatever this is. Perfect Score is the band. Cool? Sorry, we lost sound there for a second, but I think we're back. And so I was listening to Perfect Score, High Street, that was produced by Henry Diem. And I thought the production was great. I would just say that the vocals could have been more passionately sung. I mean, I would have gotten a better performance out of the singer, would be my only suggestion. Majoring in psychology, which will be great for all these crazy singers you're going to have to deal with in your career as a producer, like me, like myself. Currently, I moved here from Detroit. I actually know your guitar. My tour manager, Reed, went to college together. He's a solid dude. Yeah, I know he's a solid dude. He's my boy. So he's also working as a life coach for young adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, which is amazing. That's good on you, Henry. That's incredible. My experience, like I went to when I went to high school, like all my friends had a backup plan. You know, all my musician friends that I played in bands with, they all had backup plans, and every single one of them are doing their backup plan. Where I was the only guy that didn't have a backup plan, and I just went full force into music. I started playing in a band when I was 12. And this is all I've done with my life because there was no safety net. And I feel like there's something to be said about that. And I hate to say that because I have children and I certainly want them to have a safety net. But I feel like when it comes to the creative arts, it's really hard to be successful in a career when you're not hyper focused on one thing. And as much as I want to. I want to support you as a life coach to young adults. I mean, that sounds incredible, but I feel like living and breathing music is the only way that I succeeded. I mean, when I would wake up at noon and I would just record, write, tune guitars, move microphones until 7 a.m., sleep for 4 hours, get up and do it all over again every single day. I mean, that's how my career really started. Back in when I was 12, that's what I've been doing. I haven't really slept, and I still do the same thing. I work every day, and this is all I do. I don't have time for anything else. And so I think to really get good at your craft, you've got to put the work in, like I said earlier. I know there's been debates about the 10,000 hour rule, but in my life experience, that is what has happened. I put 10,000 hours between Family Crisis, the Electric Love Hogs, before I got into Goldfinger, and by the time Goldfinger hit in 1996, I'd put in that time touring, opening for artists and doing all that stuff. And so same thing as a producer. I did the same 10,000 hours. So that's my suggestion to you, Henry. So let's see who else we got here. So Paper Ravens press kit. All right. This is all, I'm already bored. Like, I don't need all this stuff. I literally, you can send me a link and just have a link to YouTube, and that's all I need. So I'll find video.
So they sent you too much stuff.
So too much stuff is unnecessary for me. Maybe other people enjoy reading about where you were fucking born.
Where's the too much stuff?
This is their which is probably great for a website. I mean, it's probably great. But for me, I just need a link to this, which I found pretty quickly. So this is Paper Ravens. She looks like Kristen Wiig, sort of. I would probably say whoever filmed the video could have maybe spent an extra 20 minutes to throw some filters on this. They're really reenacting every lyric, which I can't see the dude at all. But I'm judging the music, right? Pretty generic lyrics in the chorus. I don't know if she's a star yet. I don't know if she's played. I mean, let's look. So this is the second email they sent me because they didn't send a link the first time. So if I go back, so a rock band from Nashville, which is interesting. Yeah, they've been together for 2 years. I'm not sure if they played a ton of shows. It feels like watching the video that they're just sort of winging it a little bit. I don't feel like there's a lot of time spent on the road playing shows. So that's my assessment. It's too early for me to really help them with anything. They need to just play shows and write more music, I would say. I mean, a lot of times when I make albums, like we'll write 40 songs for one album to pick 12 songs from. We'll have so much content to be able to choose the best possible song. And without kind of knowing much about Paper Ravens, that would be my suggestion. Or Paper Ravens 2. What happened to Paper Ravens 1? Oh, that's the second email. Oh, I get it. It's not like the second band. Like Goldfinger 2. Like someone would have, I don't know. I guess you could. There could be another one. So that's all we're going to listen to today, people. I'm really, really grateful you sent me your music to listen to. And I hope that was informative, and I hope educational. We counted, thank you so much for your submissions. We counted 1,823 submissions. So thank you so much. And these were 10 that were vetted before I got here. Next time we'll definitely get to more of your emails, and I'm just really grateful you guys are here. This was super fun for me. I love listening to new music. I love music in general. I'm so grateful I have a career in music. You know, it's the best ever. So like I mentioned earlier, a couple of these guys will get back to you, and a couple of the artists that I don't think are quite ready, just keep going. I mean, who am I to say? I mean, people told me my whole life that I was never going to make it in the music business. You know, from my parents to teachers said that I just don't have what it takes. And clearly they were wrong based on this. I mean, look, my life is amazing. And so I'm just one guy's opinion. Keep going. Thanks for your time. Shaka. Yeah, next week, Pete Wentz, my boy.